Hey everyone, this is Introduction to JavaScript, and I'm going to teach you just the very basics. No coding is required or any kind of prior knowledge. It's just a video game. So let me share my screen. So here's the class doc. If you look in the link of the video, I'm linking you to this. So I'm going to teach you how to code in JavaScript by playing a video game. So JavaScript is a website application programming language. So it's a tool that you can use to create your websites. And specifically JavaScript is one of the most important parts of website programming, and has to do with what you interact with on the website. So you can start learning that by going to this link, codecombat.com. And if you click here, it'll just automatically sign you up for our section of the class. And so you're just going to go ahead and click continue and go through the sign up process. And then you're going to want to click start on the class, get it started, and it'll take you to a screen like this. So just start level 1 and follow along. All right. So codecombat.com is a really cool game that you're trying to avoid spikes and you're trying to collect gems so that you can get out of this dungeon while getting all these things. So let me just restart the level. So yeah, this little button right here is how you reload the game. Sometimes maybe if the game gets buggy or has some kind of bugs in it, like it breaks, you can just hit restart. So right here, you can see the arrow pointing to, these are called methods. So methods are like the verbs. These are the actions that your character in the video game is going to have. So for example, we have move right, move down, right, moving in different directions. So on the right side here where I'm typing, this is your script. So this is where you would actually code. And this is how you're able to control your player with code. So as you're going through this, it really is a really good metaphor for programming. This isn't exactly making a website, but it's going to teach you a lot of the details that you'll need to understand how to actually code to make websites or apps. So I'm going to just try to move my player to the right 2 times. And right here is just a semicolon at the end of your script. I'll explain like the details. So this is your hero, that represents your character there. Right there you saw, okay, I have a bug in my code. Like I shouldn't have gone 2 steps to the right. Player just failed right there. So let's try moving down. All right, that was the right way, right? Okay, so moving right 1, moving down 1. So let's get more into like the actual code. So this hero is actually what you would say is an object. So these are like nouns, characters, or people, and you access them with a period when you're coding. And your objects are what has methods in them. And the period uses can let you access either methods like actions, or maybe some kind of information about the object. For example, maybe your hero could have a hero dot color of shirt, and then it's set to orange. So yeah, this is just a good metaphor for learning how to code. So you saw when I couldn't complete the level, I couldn't complete it, and so my mission failed. So that's a bug. So a bug in computer programming is just a mistake or a flaw in your code, like when your character doesn't go the right direction. And what you're doing here is you're writing an algorithm. So that's what an algorithm means. An algorithm is just a series of commands to complete some kind of task. So even when you're like baking some kind of food, there's some steps that you have to go by in a certain order, and that's what an algorithm is. And people who are software engineers, this is the field that I'm in. I'm a trained professional in software engineering, this is what we're doing. We write efficient algorithms. That's what engineers, software engineers get paid for. All right, let's go over one of these interactive examples here. So this is a really good site, w3schools.com. It has some interactive coding and has other tutorials. I think it's a great resource. I used it to train while I was in college and during my career. So you can see that this is HTML on the left side. This is just representing an HTML file. And you know that because it has these tags, these between these arrows, these pointed arrows here, like doc type HTML lets you know it's an HTML document. And right here you have this ending tag in HTML, which just means it's the end of HTML. But this actually is real JavaScript. So in this game Coding Combat, in Code Combat, they're teaching you how to code JavaScript. And essentially, this is what the game is trying to teach you how to do. So everything between script in the HTML files on websites is going to be JavaScript. So you can see that this is a start tag, and then this is an ending tag. So right here, like in our game, hero was our player, right? So in the actual code, person is like our object. Person is going to be, well, let's just change it to hero. So I can change that there. And then you can see that this is the object being created, and I just called it hero. And then this is where the script is actually being executed, and where the hero's method is being executed. So I'm going to change this to hero. And now I can actually change some of the values in here. So what this is just a variable, like it's some data that you can store about your hero. So right here, I can just change it to my name. Oh, if I can spell. Here we go. And then you can change the numbers to whatever. And yeah, these are just two data points separated by commas, and this is the value. And then this is this is the key. And then this is the value. So this is the function. So this is the actual method. So just like in our video game example, you saw there was a method, like an action. So that's what this is, full name. And you can see it being used right here, full name. And you know it's a method because it has these parentheses right here. So this is what it's actually doing. It's saying this dot first name. So it's saying this, like hero, this dot first name, which is Halin, plus, and right here with these quotes is just saying an empty space. It's saying plus an empty space, and then plus this dot last name. So that's Gordon. So if I run this, you can see on the right side, this is just representing what the website would actually look like. And yeah, there it is. Yeah, ignore that dictionary thing that came up. So yeah, this is, if I could just close that. So yeah, we can change this as much as we want. You can change it back to John Doe. And yeah, it'll just keep on changing it. So that's some basics of JavaScript. I can get into, let me explain this line a little bit more. So the document is representing the actual web page. And when you're saying .get element by ID demo, it's saying access some part of the web page where there's this element that has an ID. So what you can do is you can right click and you can inspect. So that's how you can actually look at the code itself. All right. So let's see if we can actually find this line of code. So here's a nice tool. So click this arrow, and I'm in Chrome, and even Firefox has this. You can hover over the different elements, and you can see exactly what it's called. So let's find where the name was. So there it is. You can see this P hashtag demo. And then now when we zoom in on the HTML, it's an ID equal to demo. And that's what they're doing. They're getting the element by ID, and it's called demo. And right here we have the inner HTML. It's just saying that you're going to edit the HTML and change it to whatever first name plus last name is. And that was the intro for JavaScript. And thanks for joining the class. Please email or comment if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.